What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Black Couch Booking here with another video, and today we are doing it, guys. We're doing the Q&A. I have some questions from way back in the community polls. I have some new questions, so if you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to do another Q&A where you like to drop some questions you want to ask me, we can do that as well. This might not be my most watched video, might not get the most views, but for the people who care, I appreciate you. And for the people who just get into the channel, they can learn some things about me as to why I'm doing this channel. So let's get right into it today. And the first question that I have is, how did you get into wrestling? Well, it all started way back when. I would say I really got into wrestling around 2005, 2006. I was in either the 5th or the 6th grade. I knew about wrestling prior to. Everybody knew The Rock, everybody knew Stone Cold, everybody knew the Hardy Boys. You know what I'm saying? So I knew about wrestling, but I wasn't watching it faithfully until like 2005, 2006 when I finally had got cable. So I watched SmackDown previously because it was on regular TV, but when I got cable, I was able to watch Raw and SmackDown. That's when I really tuned in every week to see what was gonna happen. Stayed up late. My mom would go to sleep. I'll be up watching Raw from it wasn't 3 hours back then, it was 2 hours. So I was watching Raw, and then I'll go to sleep, get ready for school, so I could talk about it in the morning with the guys. Stuff like that. So that's how I first got into wrestling. It was definitely during my middle school years. And then I saw my first pay-per-view, which was New Year's Revolution, with Edge winning the title from John Cena by cashing in Money in the Bank. So that's what solidified me for wrestling forever, which goes into my next question: who is your favorite wrestler? My favorite wrestler of all time is Edge. Edge is my favorite wrestler of all time. When I saw him cash in the Money in the Bank, I didn't even know what the Money in the Bank was, but seeing him cash in and take advantage of John Cena just doing a match like that, like I was like, yo, that's so smart. That's like so genius. Like you taking advantage, and he was so cool to me. With the He Got Edge's theme song. By Alter Bridge, Metalingus got me into listening to rock music, which is one of my favorite genres of music to listen to. This very day, rock music, heavy metal, all types of rock music. So, Edge got me really, into that, and Edge is my favorite of all time. And I've followed his career ever since 2006, when he cashed in that Money in the Bank on John Cena at New Year's Revolution to win his first WWE Championship. So Edge is my favorite. And from Shady Fox, wants to ask me, who's my favorite old school wrestler? Well, if I have to go back, I would say my favorite old school wrestler, I'm going to count him as old school, I would say Triple H. I think a lot of people don't appreciate what Triple H was doing. Like, I'm talking about like Triple H with the My Time theme, where him and China was going crazy, where DX really was, when he took over DX by himself, and even with, DX with Shawn Michaels back in the day, Triple H was like really doing like some great things. Everybody hates, Triple H when he won the World Heavyweight Championship, and he was just, he buried Booker T and stuff like that. But now I'm talking about when it was Triple H, The Rock, Stone Cold, those guys were running things, while Shawn Michaels was out of the fray at that time. During that time period, I would say Triple H is my favorite old school wrestler. And then even as he got older, he got a little body fat on him, not taking steroids and stuff anymore. Triple H was still very good. And the first rendition of DX that I really got into was the 2006 D-Generation X reunion with him and Shawn Michaels. So that's what I got into before I had to go back and watch the old stuff, the Attitude Era, to see where DX came from. So Triple H, I would say, is definitely one of my favorite old school quote unquote wrestlers. And I respect guys like The Rock, Stone Cold, etc. But I think guys like Triple H and Chris Jericho are guys who I really looked at out. They had the best theme music. Triple H and Chris Jericho had the best theme music ever. And I'll throw this in, nobody asked this, but one of my favorite theme songs of all time is Slow Chemical, Kane by Finger 11. I love Finger 11, well, at least that rendition of them when they were making that type of music, before they made songs like Paralyzer and stuff like that. When they made Slow Chemical first time, and Staying Drowned, which is a song that I would like Austin Theory to have, Slow Chemical was one of my favorite theme songs, is my favorite theme song. And to this day, I still listen to it when I'm at the gym or just chilling. I'll be listening to Slow Chemical, and I really wish it could be put in WWE games. Next question: heel or face? I'm gonna assume that question is asking me what do I prefer. I prefer heels, to be honest. It's very hard for me to get into a good baby face. The only way I would like the baby face is if they were a heel first and they changed. Like, for instance, I was never, how do I say this? So like I was never really into like Charlotte Flair, for example, right? Charlotte Flair as a heel always did it for me. The rare times when she turned face, the only reason why I liked her is because she was a heel first, and that like hooked me in. Like a guy like Austin Theory. The reason why I like a guy like Austin Theory is because of how I was introduced to him. I didn't watch him in NXT with the way where you could still classify them as heels, but they were like goofy heels. So they were baby faces because everybody was laughing and smiling at them. But with him with the phone, I hated him a lot. And then as he kept growing, I'm like, oh, y'all like this guy a lot. So when he turns face, I'm gonna like that because he was a heel first. If that makes sense. So that I like heels. You know, they have way better storylines. Even when they lose, I feel like heels still get a lot out of the storyline. When a babyface loses a match to a heel, it's like the end of the world. Like Cody Rhodes losing to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania really changed a lot of people's perception, and it really ruined the main event for him. Whereas if Cody Rhodes would have beat Roman Reigns, it wouldn't have been that much on Roman Reigns's like perception in the public and his career. It's like, oh, he finally lost, blah blah blah. So I'm more hard on faces than heels. Like Becky Lynch, I liked Becky Lynch when she became big time Bex. I like Becky Lynch when she was first heel when she betrayed Charlotte Flair, right? That was the first person she betrayed, if I'm not mistaken. So like stuff like that, like you know what I'm saying? Like babyface is giving me a hard time. I only like Cody Rhodes because of what he did outside of the company. And I did like Cody Rhodes when he first started, but I didn't like him when he came out with the yellow shorts and the yellow boots or the green trunks and the yellow boots. I liked him when he became a part of the legacy. That's when I realized, oh yeah, Cody Rhodes is the guy. So favorite premium live event. My favorite premium live event. Um I would say I really do look forward to watching. Besides, I'm gonna take WrestleMania out of it. I would say I do look forward to watching the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble is really fun. It's one of the premium live events where you get to see everybody, or at least most people that's on the roster, which you don't really see across every premium live event. I don't like seeing the same people wrestle every like month to month. So the Royal Rumble is something I like because you can see everybody, even if they're in the match only for like 10 seconds or a minute. It's still fun to just see everybody into give them a good pop when they come out, and you don't know what number they're gonna come out. So Royal Rumble is really one of my favorite premium live events ever. And obviously WrestleMania is up there, and then New Year's Revolution has a special place in my heart, even though we don't have that anymore because of Edge. So yeah, your top five favorite women wrestlers. So I'm gonna do the men and women. So with the women, I'll go. I'll try to go in order. Number one has to be Sasha Banks. I think Sasha Banks is the greatest women's wrestler of all time. Well, no, I like Sasha Banks a lot, and I think she's the great. She's really great. I think Charlotte Flair is the greatest of all time, but Sasha Banks is still my number one, if that makes sense. I'm biased. I like Sasha Banks a lot. I hope she comes back to WWE. Number two, I would say I would say Zelina Vega. Now, it's not because of necessarily wrestling skill. I like her interest. She likes anime and cosplaying. I like, what I see from her outside of WWE and WWE. She's really, really talented in the ring. I would argue that Zelina Vega is more like talented in the ring than Liv Morgan, which is why I think having Zelina Vega win a title would not be too much of a stretch. I think Zelina Vega should be a world champion because her and Liv Morgan is I think she has a little bit more skill, and I love Liv Morgan. Number three, Bianca Belair. I love Bianca Belair a lot. I started liking Bianca Belair when I saw her compete at the NXT Combine. Never seen her wrestle. The only other time I seen Bianca Belair is when Charlotte Flair came to NXT, and it was her, Rhea Ripley, and Charlotte Flair in the ring. And then I saw Bianca Belair, and I'm like, who is this? She's a good looking woman. She's very muscular. I'm like, okay, this might be a dominant force in WWE, and lo and behold, I was right. So I like Bianca Belair a lot, and I hope she, continues to be successful. Um, Number four is Rhea Ripley. Now, her and Rhea Ripley often trade spots in my top five, but Rhea Ripley is, I love everything about this rendition of the character. I was hard on Rhea Ripley when, she had the blonde and she was the Raw Women's Champion. I was very hard on Rhea Ripley because I always knew she could be one of the top stars. And obviously, it's not up to her. They have to book her, but something was missing. And now she has everything: the black hair, the makeup, the gear, the theme song, everything with Rhea Ripley now. She's the total package. So I'm very happy that Rhea Ripley is in the position she's in right now. And last but not least, my New Jersey queen, Liv Morgan. She representing New Jersey. I really think she's really good in the ring. Always thought she was the one in the Riot Squad that could have the best career, but I did think Ruby Riot was the best, technically sound, and then Sarah Logan was the muscle. It's like Team Bad. You knew Sasha Banks was the best. You knew Naomi had the tricks and the skills and the athleticism, and then Tamina was the muscle and the enforcer. So that's how I was looked at it. Favorite men. I'm gonna speed up a little bit so I don't go too much over time. Favorite men. Right, and this is right now, guys. Active. Andrade. When I saw him compete against Johnny Gargano, Aleister Black in NXT, he became my favorite superstar. I like Andrade a lot, and I really hope that they don't butcher, his run. But I really would like for him and Zelina to link back up. Two of my faves. Number two, Austin Theory. I really, really enjoy Austin Theory. I hated the cell phone gimmick, but that's what made me start to like him more. And once he got rid of the cell phone, Vince McMahon was doing a great job. But Triple H thinks that he's being pushed too far and too hard, and now he's just tweedling between the lines, and I hope he gets better. Number three, let's match up with the last list, Montez Ford. I think Montez Ford has the tools to be a great single star, and Angelo Dawkins doesn't have to get pushed to the background. You don't have to have them turn on each other. They can still be a. I don't understand why they don't think people can still be a team and still like go for a singles belt and have a singles run. Like Finn Balor is in Judgment Day, which is a stable, and Finn Balor competed for a singles championship. Damian Priest competed for singles championship. Dominic Mysterio competed for singles championship. So you don't have to break them up necessarily, especially now that they're in a faction. So and I like Montez Ford. He's very athletic, and he does a lot of goofy stuff. I want to see him serious. Number four, Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio just got into this spot. I hated Dominic Mysterio when he was with Rey Mysterio. I'm like, you're just copying Rey Mysterio's gimmick. They're making him very generic, but I knew he got some wrestling skills. People don't give him enough credit for the skills that he has in the ring, in my opinion. I like Dominic Mysterio a lot, and he's doing great things. And number five, Cody Rhodes. Now, Cody Rhodes is one of my favorites. Like, Cody Rhodes could easily be number one and number two. I'm just putting him number five for right now because I want to see him win the championship. Once he wins the championship, he could climb all the way to number one, and I could just move everybody down like that. I love Cody Rhodes. Like I said, legacy, dashing, undashing. I don't talk about Stardust, that doesn't exist. And then once he went to TNA, he went to New Japan, and I don't talk about AEW that much either. He did very well. So I love Cody Rhodes, man. Favorites in AEW, Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega is one of the greatest wrestlers in the world. He's the top five greatest wrestler in the world. Kenny Omega, Swerve has grown on me. In WWE, I didn't think he was bad. I thought he was really, really good. I wish he could have got brought back. Obviously, Malachi Black and Buddy Murphy. I love those guys. I hope they come back as well. And for me, that's pretty much it in AEW. Dr. Britt Baker is really, really good. I think she's one of the best women wrestlers in the world as well. And I hope that she can do some great things. And Toni Storm, I love Toni Storm when she was at WWE. I was pissed when she left, but I understand why. Getting pies in the face and doing stupid stuff. My least favorite star in the WWE. This one is tough. I can't really say. Like, I would have to really, really think about it. But I don't like what they're doing with Grayson Waller, and that's probably a good thing. It means he's getting heat, and I don't like him because he's getting heat. But I really think they're making him too goofy. He's a heel, and he's supposed to be annoying and blah blah blah. But it's a gimmick that sucks. It's like the first rendition of the Miz, kind of. You know what I'm saying? But the Miz was able to transform that over time. And Grayson Waller, his gear doesn't match his gimmick. It's just a lot. I want Grayson Waller to be good. I want him, Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, and Austin Theory to be the future. So How did I come back to the WWE? Yeah, I took a break from WWE after Edge retired. Like I was really upset that Edge retired, and I knew, you know, it was for health reasons. So I stopped watching. I didn't come back to the WWE until like like around the time like Brock Lesnar first came back. So what's that, like 2015, 2016, stuff like that. And like I missed key moments like Randy and John Cena like putting up the titles in the what's it called, like, you know, title for title, and John Cena having two belts and stuff like that. I missed a lot of stuff. So once Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, like after Seth Rollins cashed in, that's really when I was locked in. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. I know the time periods might not make a lot of sense, but like when Seth Rollins, Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Bailey, Roman, Dean Ambrose, everybody like that started taking over, that's when I really started locking back in. And then I started watching NXT, and NXT really got me back. And last but not least, what are my plans for the future of this channel? Well, my plans are, you know, pretty simple. Divide and conquer, baby. I want to, you know, get as many subs as I possibly can and talk about wrestling. That's all I'm about. So you guys let me know what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Peace.